Reasons men marry versus reasons women marry. Men and women have different reasons for marrying. Traditionally, women marry in order to obtain financial security and a steady source of income. Men, on the other hand, tend to marry in order to increase their sex lives with regular partners who they know they can trust and depend on. A man's reasons for marrying are typically focused on the woman herself, while a woman's reasons for marrying are more often linked to her financial situation. It is important to note that these reasons are changing as our society becomes more progressive. Number 1. Financial security. While it's true that both men and women are looking for love, there are significant differences in the ways that they view this concept. Women are more focused on financial security than men, who tend to focus more on love and sex. The reasons for this aren't entirely clear, but one thing is certain: women want a man who can provide for them. Men, on the other hand, want a woman who is attractive and will be a good mother or wife, or both. Some of these desires can be mutually exclusive. For example, if you're only willing to marry someone with an attractive face but not much money, then you'll have trouble finding someone suitable. In order to find your perfect match, we suggest considering these 4 categories. Financial security: how much money do they make? Do they have their own place? How much debt do they have? What kind of job do they have? What kind of car do they drive? Things like these matter because having too much debt could prevent them from moving forward in life, while having too little cash may mean that their financial situation never improves unless something happens out of the blue, like winning the lottery. Relationship goals: do they want children eventually, or maybe not at all? Are there certain qualities about themselves which would make them unsuitable candidates for marriage, such as being abusive towards others or extremely controlling over those around them? Physical attributes: how attractive do they look? Is their body type something that you find appealing? Do they have any visible deformities or scars on their face or body? Mental health: do they have any mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, etc.? If so, how often do these occur and what can be done about them? Do they have any personality disorders such as histrionic or borderline personality disorder? If so, how can you work with this and make sure that it doesn't interfere with your relationship? If they have any of these, it is important that you discuss this with them before entering into a serious relationship, as it could be something which affects your future together. Number 2. To be loved. To be loved is to feel accepted, supported and appreciated by another person. You can be loved by someone who doesn't make you happy, but it is much more fulfilling to be loved by someone who does. So, in order for your relationship to last the long haul, both partners must feel that they are being loved in the way that they need most. Although men desire to be loved, men have a much stronger desire for respect. Men tend to be more practical about love and relationships. They don't want to give their heart to just anyone, because they know how much it hurts when you lose it. Women are more emotional than men in matters of the heart. This is why women tend to fall in love with their eyes closed, while men fall out of love with their eyes wide open. Men need respect, admiration and appreciation from the person they are in a relationship with, otherwise, they will not feel loved by them at all. The desire for respect is a deep-seated need that men have. It's the reason why they are willing to fight, risk their lives and even die for their country or loved ones. Men want to be respected by others because it makes them feel important and needed. They want their families, friends and colleagues to acknowledge how hard they work, what they sacrifice and what they contribute towards making this world a better place. A man wants to feel that his partner respects him and his opinions. He also wants her to respect the time he spends with other people, especially those who are important in his life. Women need to understand that a man's desire for respect is not about being better than another person or having power over them. It is simply about feeling valued by someone else, something which can be very difficult if you are an insecure woman. Women want to feel loved, and men want to care for their wives. Men want to challenge themselves and feel like they're growing as a person through marriage and other relationships. Men want to feel like they are making a difference in their marriage and the lives of their wives. Women want to feel like they can be themselves around their husbands and that their husbands will accept them for who they are, even when it's not pretty. Men don't mind being challenged by their wives, but it has to be done with respect and grace. Number 3. To have children. Another reason that women marry is to have children. A woman's biological clock will start ticking when she reaches a certain age. She has a natural desire to nurture, and this is why she wants children so badly. This may be why men tend to be more comfortable with being single, because they don't have the same biological desires as women do. Men want to pass on their genes and show off their ability as a provider, but women just want someone around who can help them raise their children. Women also have a tendency toward domesticity compared with men, so it makes sense that societal pressure would encourage them to marry young so they can start raising families sooner rather than later. To increase sex life. Men want to have more sex. Women tend to marry for the man's money and status, while men get married for the woman's body and fertility. This is why men are more likely to have affairs even when they're in a committed relationship, and also why men require their women to be more loyal and faithful. Men want women that desire them and crave only their attention. Men are more likely to cheat on their wives because they feel that they're not getting what they need from the relationship. They may be feeling neglected or unappreciated, which can lead to a lack of sex drive and thus infidelity. Men marry to obtain a regular and reliable sex life. Women marry in order to obtain a steady source of income. Men marry for sex, women marry for money. Women marry for security, men marry for legacy. Women get married because they want to be loved and cared for by a man who will provide her with financial security, in the form of a home, food on the table, etc. Men get married because they want access to regular sexual encounters with their wives. This is something that is not guaranteed outside of marriage, at least not without having to pay high prices. The fact is that women are more likely to get married because they want a man who will take care of them, whereas men are more likely to get married because they want a woman who will provide them with regular access to sex. This is why so many marriages end up in divorce court, or worse. Men and women are different. And that's why you shouldn't be surprised when men and women have different reasons for getting married. In conclusion, from these results, we can see that men and women have very different reasons for marrying. Men marry because they want regular sex, a family and a legacy. While women marry because they want financial security, love, protection, and children. These results can help us understand why divorce rates are so high. Women want to be married for the same reasons they're dating, love and security. Men, on the other hand, don't need these things to feel fulfilled in life. Men are simple. Food, sex, and appreciation will go a long way for a man. Like, subscribe and share the content. Leave us a comment below and let us know if you enjoy the content.